Welcome to A Word from the Word for April 25th. Today's Bible reading, Luke 6:24-49. Today's key verse, Luke 6:27 and 28. But I say to you who hear, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. Today's word from the Word, Jesus' right side up love.
We live in an upside-down world, and as he so often does, Jesus flips the script on what the world calls normal. In his kingdom, love isn't reserved for the lovable, and kindness doesn't need to be earned. Instead, he calls us to do what feels unnatural, love our enemies. It may sound upside down, but in reality, it's God's right side up way of living. In our culture, strength is measured by how loudly you speak, how much you assert yourself, or how far you can climb. People celebrate self-promotion, revenge, and canceling anyone who dares to disagree. But here comes Jesus, flipping all of that on its head, and in doing so, he actually turns it right side up. In God's kingdom, the greatest is the servant. The first is the last. The humble are lifted up. It's not weakness. It's God's agape love at work. In Luke 6, Jesus teaches his disciples how to live like true kingdom citizens by loving the unlovable. This passage isn't a suggestion. It's a command rooted in God's character. God doesn't just love the lovely. After all, while we were yet sinners, Christ loved us and died for us. The world says, get even. Jesus says, get merciful. The world says, stand up for yourself. Jesus says by love, do good, bless, pray. These aren't passive responses. They're power moves of grace in a broken world. Every one of us has someone difficult in our lives. Maybe it's a coworker, a critic, or someone who's hurt you deeply. Jesus isn't calling us to be doormats. He's calling us to be like him. When you respond with love instead of bitterness, heaven breaks into earth a little more. When you pray for that person instead of plotting revenge, you're living proof of God's transforming power. Loving like this may seem unrealistic or even impossible, but remember, this love doesn't originate from your own strength. It's an overflow of God's agape love working through you. Loving like Jesus requires supernatural strength, and that's where the Holy Spirit comes in, producing the fruit of the Spirit in your life. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you name that person or situation where love seems impossible. Then take one step. Bless them with your words. Do good toward them intentionally, or pray for them specifically. This isn't easy, but it is possible. It's living in the Spirit's power, not your own. And when you do this, you're showing the world what Jesus and his kingdom really looks like. May the Lord grant you a heart that beats with his mercy. May his love fill you so completely that it overflows even to your enemies. And may the Spirit empower you today to live not in the world's ways, but in the right side up ways of Jesus.